Hi folks, I am Becky with Holy Smokes Photography. Welcome back to my channel. We just wrapped up my trip through the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee and headed off to Arkansas. And Arkansas has Hot Springs National Park, which is a very well-known hot springs place where a lot of people back in the day would go for ailments and just health and just recuperation. And so there's not a lot of outdoors to explore at Hot Springs National Park in Arkansas. When I got there, the weather was not good. Rain clouds were coming in. I booked a tour and went through some of the older original hot springs indoor buildings and saw beautiful stained glass work and just lots of things inside, but I didn't take too many pictures just because it was a group tour and I didn't want to take away from anybody else's experience in that. And so because the weather was bad and there wasn't a lot of good places to camp, I headed off to Lake Ocella State Park. We're gonna go with that. I'm probably butchering the name there. Got settled in there at a campsite and then went off and hit the Cattle Bend Trail, which follows the lake around part of it. We saw some rabbits, got down to the waterfront, just had a great time there. Unfortunately, I did end up getting a tick in Arkansas. I found it in the bathroom shortly after this hike and removed it, and we'll add more to that story later on because it becomes a problem in future state, but we'll add to the suspense and just come back to that. After I woke up the next day, I headed off to Texas. I was going through, essentially driving through Dallas and Austin and down through Houston and all of those places to go to Big Bend National Park down at the corner end, right on the border of Mexico and the Rio Grande. It was just a wonderful experience. It was getting to be hotter, so lots of hiking was not done because, you know, when it hits triple digits or close to triple digits, you don't want to be out hiking, especially in the desert by yourself in this environment. So I did minimal hiking in Big Bend National Park. We went through the canyons, through Mule Deer Peaks. We did a tiny bit of hiking at the Hot Springs Trail there and just explored around and just took in the beautiful desert, essentially. It was cool to be able to see a big storm move through and just like a wall of rain clouds coming through. That was really cool. But I mean, overall, it was a really cool trip. Texas is beautiful. It was really, really hot. If I go back, I would like to go earlier or later in the season and miss the triple digits weather because it was definitely a very dry heat. So folks, that wraps up my experience through Big Bend National Park in the summer heat. Well, the early summer heat, I should say. We're getting into the early triple digits there, and it was just a wonderful experience. Very hot, very dry, a lot of fun. On my way out, I stopped at a rest stop to eat a sandwich and drink some water, and I met a very nice couple from Texas, southern Texas, down at the border, and they had a big water jug on the back of their rig, and they made sure that I was full on my water so that I did not dehydrate myself. Don't you worry, I had plenty of water. I was stopping and hydrating as much as possible so that I did not go into any heat injury on this trip. Once I finished up Big Bend, I headed up north to Guadalupe Mountains National Park. So I will see you next time as we explore that and the fun animals that I saw.